Medvedev wins Dubai title as Griekspoor withdraws. Daniil Medvedev says it, "Not how I wanted to win," a second Dubai Tennis Championships title after Tallon Griekspoor withdrew from the final because of injury. Dutchman Griekspoor injured his left hamstring during a 7-5, 7-6, 8-6 semi-final win over Andrei Rublev on Friday and said he would have retired injured had he lost the second set. The tournament said on Saturday that Griekspoor was deemed unfit to play after a medical assessment. Russian Medvedev wrote on X, "Not how I want to win a final," hoping the injury for Tallon is not too bad and wishing him a speedy recovery. This was the first time that Medvedev, who claimed the title in 2023, had won the same tournament twice. His 22 previous titles had come at different events. "That's what is crazy about it. I never did it in any city in the world, and the first time I do it, it's a walkover," he told the ATP Tour website. "I played a great tournament, the 4 matches I played. Of course I wanted to play the final, but it is what it is." Former world number 1 Medvedev, who did not drop a set during the tournament, has won 2 titles this year and 3 in the past 4 months. His representative told the New York Times. External. They were trying to establish how Medvedev could travel to California for next week's Indian Wells tournament after the United Arab Emirates partially and temporarily closed its airspace. Airlines serving the Middle East have canceled or diverted flights after the U.S. and Israel launched deadly strikes on Iran on Saturday. In response, Iran launched strikes targeting Israel and other sites in the Middle East. Earlier, Britain Henry Patton and Finland's Harri Heliövaara sealed back-to-back men's doubles titles with a 7-5, 7-5 victory over Marcelo Arevalo and Matapovic in Dubai. Patton and Heliövaara have won 3 of their 4 tournaments together this. Tennis Dubai's Golden Sunset, Medvedev's crown as Griekspoor withdraws. An imaginative, vivid retelling of a tournament finale like no other. The sun dipped low over the shimmering towers of Dubai, gilding the desert skyline with a wash of orange and rose. Beneath it, the tennis courts of the Dubai duty-free tennis stadium bore witness to a different kind of heat, one not born of sand and sun, but grit, glory, and competition. It was finale day. The crowd buzzed with anticipation, flags fluttered in the warm breeze, and the scent of fresh courtside coffee drifted across the stands. Fans from all corners of the globe had gathered, but all eyes seemed magnetically drawn toward the 2 names etched on the tournament board: Daniil Medvedev, the cool, calculating Russian with a racket that struck like lightning, and Tallon Griekspoor, the Dutch prodigy whose ascent had been as unexpected as it was thrilling. Yet in that charged atmosphere, in a moment that stunned even the most seasoned commentators, the match that everyone had dreamed of never began. The turn of fate. Griekspoor stood at the edge of the court, framed by the harsh glow of late afternoon sun. His expression was steady, professional, yet his eyes betrayed a soul wrestling with disappointment. Just hours earlier, after a grueling semi-final that had pushed his body to its limits, he felt a strain, an injury that sharpened with every step, every stretch, every thought of competition. In the privacy of the players' lounge, surrounded by trainers and whispered concern, he made a choice few athletes ever want to make. With a mixture of pride and regret, he withdrew from the final. The announcement rippled through the stadium like an unexpected breeze. Gasps in the stands. Confusion in the media booths. A hush among fans who had stayed awake for flights across time zones just to witness this crowning chapter. And yet, even as disappointment curved through the air, there was something undeniably poignant about it: the purity of sacrifice, the dignity of choosing longevity over immediate triumph. A victory in quiet triumph. Medvedev walked onto the court to polite applause that swelled into something warmer and more generous. It wasn't a victory walked in the blaze of fierce battle, but it was one earned with respect, for his campaign through the week, for his sportsmanship, and for the very essence of professional tennis. The umpire's chair stood tall and solemn at the center of the net. The crowd sat, suspenseful yet reflective, as the official stepped forward and delivered the words every spectator now understood deeply. Tallon Griekspoor has withdrawn. Daniil Medvedev is declared the winner of the singles title at the Dubai Championships. Cheers rose. Not just for the champion, but for the spirit of competition itself. Medvedev stood still, the applause washing over him. In that moment, the champion's grin was neither triumphant nor hollow. It was thoughtful. Griekspoor's absence had cast a shadow on the day, but the light still shone. Because titles aren't just won in battles of bodies, they are won in respect and gracious acceptance of sport's unpredictable rhythm. The crowd's pulse. Among the crowd, emotions rippled. An elderly fan from Australia whispered to her companion, "I didn't get to see a final set, but I saw courage today. That's worth something." A young tennis student from Spain recorded the moment with wide eyes, her voice trembling. "One day, I'll be here too, and maybe the match will happen." And in the stands, a duo of friends who had followed Medvedev since his early days hugged, not merely for the victory, but for the journey. The grit, the rallies, the comebacks, all woven into what this moment meant. Medvedev's words. Later, in the winners' press conference, Medvedev spoke with humility. "I wish Tallon the very best," he said, leaning forward with earnest sincerity. "This sport is about pushing limits, but also knowing when your body needs care. I respect his decision. Every player here wants to compete, wants to play finals, but health always comes first." He pulled the Dubai trophy toward him, a gleaming symbol of the week's trials, efforts, and the meshing of international talent under desert skies. "But even in situations like this," he continued, "a title doesn't feel like a default. It feels like affirmation, that hard work, consistency, and heart matter. The essence of sport." In the end, Medvedev's Dubai title became more than a championship statistic. It became a story about the human side of sport. Tennis fans often speak of epic rallies, ferocious serves, and the poetry of baseline duels under pressure. But on this day, the Real poetry was different, subtle but powerful. It was in the respect shown by two elite athletes. It was in the crowd's acceptance of an imperfect moment. It was in the understanding that sport does not only crown winners in battle, but also celebrates integrity in choice. Epilogue. The court at sunset. As the stadium lights flickered on under a violet sky, the court that had been the centerpiece of global attention felt quiet, almost reverent. The net still stood, taut and ready. The seats emptying, buzzing with conversation, the trophies gleaming in the last glow of dusk. Somewhere nearby, Griekspoor, in the comfort of his recovery room, was already thinking about the next match, the next challenge, the next sunrise in his career. And in this, there was a shared truth. Sport never truly ends. It only pauses, waits to return with new stories, new battles, and new reasons to cheer.
I